वो सब्जी खोपड़ी लेके मोड़ डालेगा.
Exactly. Business.
I tell you, I can make people who can't walk also. I'll tell you how. Joke बोलेगा?
एक joke मैं बोलूँ?
Joke बोल. I'm 99% beer, 1%. Can't stop smiling. She's praising me so much.
Then she's going to say, I'm a Jew.
I'll tell you the other side.
The other side.
Other side of it.
Hi from Brut and welcome to The Other Side. Thank you so much, Chunky, for inviting us to your humble abode. I'm so excited to be picking on your other side because I think there are so many other sides to you than just what our generation knows as Akari pasta.
Mommy.
I want to talk about how our generation knows you only as Akari pasta.
I know.
Does that make you okay with the fact with that, or does that make you boxed in?
So I'll take you back to where I started in the 80s. In like 1987 is when I arrived, and 1988. So this whole 1.5 years was my honeymoon. I had 5 releases, and if you had to take them in today's day, what kind of business those films did, I think between those 5 films, they would have done about 1,500 crores business.
Wow.
I mean, that's net corrected today. I'm just showing off.
Oh, in today's value.
In today's value.
No, but that's
Yeah, but
stupendous.
then there were like big blockbusters like Aag Yaag, my first film. Then there was Paap Ki Duniya with Sunny after that.
Exactly.
And then there was Khatron Ki Khiladi with Sanju, and then came Tezab in 88.
Yeah.
But the honeymoon ended very soon because Amir Khan, the boy next door, arrived on the scene. And then there was these galaxy of stars exploding. There was, the very next year, there was Salman, then came Shah Rukh, then came Ajay, then came Akshay. So
Yeah.
my honeymoon ended very quickly. Then it came back again in 93 where I had Vishwatma and Aake. But then came a time where after giving all these big hits, I suddenly found myself without work. I was doing multiple hero films, and like you see now, the musical chairs are on, and suddenly the music stopped and there was no chair for me to sit.
Absolutely.
But that didn't frustrate me. I was confused. What has happened here? So I decided to go and work in Bangladesh,
Yeah.
a neighboring country.
Yeah.
And I had a damn good run there for 5 years. It was fantastic. I had films releasing on Eid, and it was really, really great. Couldn't be better. And then I got married in 98.
Yeah.
In fact, I took Bhavana for half a honeymoon to Bangladesh because I had to complete a film at that time.
Yeah.
And I feel somewhere even Ananya must have been conceived in Bangladesh. She was born immediately after that,
Yeah.
after our wedding.
Yeah, I think it was just in about a year.
Exactly.
Did you guys?
Exactly 9 months, 15 days after we got married.
Wow.
Ananya was born. In fact, Bhavana, me and Ananya are all born within the first 9.5 months of our parents getting married.
Wow, that's a pattern.
Yes, and we all 3 the year of the tiger.
Okay, explain.
Bhavana's 12 years younger than me, and she had Ananya when she was 24. So, and I was 36. So
It's double of 12.
3 times, yeah. So
Yeah.
36. So so we're all 3 years of the tiger. So anyway, so coming back to Akhri Pasta, the question. Let's not get lost.
Yeah.
Went to
We can get
Bangladesh.
lost. We have time.
I'm loving it. I don't have time. I'm joking.
You know what? Oh my God. I'm going to get into that later, but please continue.
Okay. So fine. So then Bhavana tells me like, see Chunky, you're here, you're enjoying yourself in Bangladesh. It's great, but you're known because of Chunky Panday from Bollywood.
Yeah.
You need to come back.
Yeah.
Because that is your real pehchan, as you say.
Yeah.
And she kind of convinced me to come back and started working here. But when I came back, it was difficult because there was a whole generation that had forgotten me. I'd been away for 5-6 years.
Correct.
I remember I was at a wedding, and this small kid comes up, a 5-year-old kid comes up and says, Uncle, I believe you're a hero. What's your name? So I said, yeah. Go ask your mother who I am. Because I knew if he's a 5-year-old, the mother must have 100% seen my movies.
Yeah.
But kind of that started making me think. I said, yeah, there is this generation that's forgotten me. This kid doesn't have a clue who I am. And I felt I really missed out on something out here. And I decided to come back, and I said, now I will only do films for these 5-year-olds. Because that's a fabulous fan base to have. They make the most noise, and they're loyal fellows until they grow old, they remember you. So because
And it makes a mark as well.
makes a mark. I remember films when I saw, the films I saw at 5, Laurel and Hardy and Charlie Chaplin.
Oh my
People
God,
made me
yeah.
laugh. I'll never forget them in my life.
Yeah.
And so I was lucky. I went office to office searching for work, and I actually started getting work, and I started getting these lovely characters to play, which I really, really, really enjoyed. I mean, first came, there was a film I did called Qayamat with Ajay Devgan, Harry Bawecha. He was the first guy to give me a chance, and I played this crazy scientist in that. Then came Apna Sapna Mani Mani, where I played that mad Nepali.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God. Another character that is tapped into our souls and how.
sabzi khokri like maul dalega.
And I'll come back to these characters because no offense to anyone, it's and okay, then came Akhri Pasta, and then now recently I've just done this lovely Parsi character in VJ69. Fully Batena. Okay. Now, I have a problem. I'm a very bad mimic. So if you ask me to mimic someone, I actually land up spoiling the mimicry. And that's what my acting is all about. People think I'm improvising, but actually it's a weakness in me. I just can't mimic. So I land up mixing different characters. Like if when I did a Nepali, I got a Bengali into it. When I did an Italian, I got a Pathan into it.
Yeah.
So I think that makes it unique and interesting. And I guess I've been lucky people have liked it. But yeah, that's me. I'm a fraud.
No, I think peculiarity is the word that we go with because I think the way you bring out peculiarity in your characters is something that stays with the audiences. How did you maneuver that journey with your daughters? I'm not just talking about Ananya here.
Yeah,
with
so
both of them.
Of course, I mean, it's been a beautiful journey, and I have not too much contribution in bringing them up. It's all Bhavana.
Oh.
But I've just been the pampering dad who's spoiled them silly because I've always felt that when they find their life partners, they should find someone better than me, who love them more than me. So I've really spoiled them like crazy. Bhavana's the strict one, the tough cop. I'm the good cop.
Bhavna's the bad cop. You're the good
Bad
cop.
I'm the good cop. I mean, and I cannot say no to them for anything. And girls are meant to be pampered. Your daughters especially.
Yeah.
Boys, I don't know. We were 2 sons and we drove our parents crazy. So yes, and when these girls came into my life, it was like I was just starting my career again. Because,
Correct.
I married Bhavana at the lowest phase of my career. And we saw some broke days also, but never made her feel that. But
hey, broke but really sexy. Bhavana was a babe. Man, she was... I'm going to show you some pictures, some archival pictures we're going to do on the segment, but sorry, go ahead.
Night, don't get me excited. Okay, so when the kids came and so there was not too many shootings of mine happening on outdoors where I could take them for shootings or call them for my shooting. So they kind of never saw that life of my work life as such. But of course, we had a lot of film friends. I mean, our friends were all in the films. So they kind of grew up in a film atmosphere.
Yeah.
And of course, they interacted with other actors, kids, with the other actors. And I guess they became a part of Bollywood. I mean, my family, I'm Bollywood, so they become a part of it.
Yeah.
Ananya, I always thought may have become a doctor because she was very good at studies.
Yeah.
And she told us when she was about 14, I want to get into movies. We didn't take her seriously. And by 16, 17, she really wanted to do it. And she went into Kanupam Caves, that actor prepares class and stuff.
Yeah.
And by 18, she actually bagged her first film. And it was we found big crossroads because she'd also got into 2 universities in America. Bright student. Now, does she go there and study, finish her graduation and come back and act? Or does she just start at the tender age of 18? People start at 12 also. It was a tough choice, but I asked her, I said, what do you want to do? She said, Dad, Student of the Year 1 was my dream film. I've seen it like 400 times. I'm getting Student of the Year 2.
Yeah.
And, if I go and study and come back after 4 years, I'm going to try for movies only. So let me try it. And maybe if it doesn't work for me in a year, I'll go back and study. So we kept her seat. We paid some little $500 and kept her seat for a year. And then she started and she kind of enjoyed it. And we were very, very, very lucky that the audience accepted her.
Yeah.
That's the most important. I feel to be a star in this country, you first need the love from the people.
Correct.
You may get any amount of hit films, flop films. If they don't love you, you're going nowhere.
Yeah.
So I was lucky. I mean, we were lucky that she got accepted. And I've always been a very nervous father. But then again, she came at a time where the social media was really coming up. And she got into this whole trolling thing. And she got into this whole nepotism debate and stuff. And of course, she was very young. It must have affected her in many ways.
Absolutely.
But she's been a strong girl. She's taken everything with her chin up. As parents also, you get a little affected when you hear about these things. But I used to always keep telling her that no news is bad news. All news is good news.
Yeah.
The idea is to be in the news. I mean, don't go out of your way to do it, but if it's coming naturally, don't shy away from it.
Correct.
So and today is a time with the digital world, everything goes viral. And it becomes so big for a month and people forget about it after that. It's scary.
Yeah.
So you have to keep being relevant literally every third day out here.
Absolutely right.
From a test match to a one day to a 2020, it's become a one ball over kind of thing.
Yeah.
One ball match.
Yeah.
Super over. It's been super over right now. So that's the way the world is holding. And I'm proud of her. I get so excited when people come and say, like, you're Ananya's dad, and, tell little kids, that's Ananya Panday's father.
Yeah, now it's not, oh, that's Chunky Panday. It's, oh, that's Ananya's father. That must feel so surreally amazing, right?
Yes, I mean, it happened to me when I was young. My dad got so excited at a heart surgery. My father was a heart surgeon.
Yeah.
At a heart surgeon's conference, he was called up on stage, and this introduced him as Dr. Sharad Pandey, who also happens to be Chunky Panday's father. He was so excited. I couldn't understand his excitement then, but now I understand when people talk about Ananya. And I think what a little success she's achieved.
Yeah.
I think she has miles to go. I've enjoyed it more than I've enjoyed mine. Because when mine happened, I was too busy working. I didn't realize what was happening.
You're right,
But with her, I watch, and I'm also a very nervous father.
Yeah.
Because I know the dynamics, how it works.
Yeah.
And but you have to just hope for the best, keep working hard, and that's it. That's the best thing.
Have you ever had to, sit her down and tell her, see, this is this, and this is how it is, and that's the raw truth? Or did she sort of figure it out on her
I
own?
had the biggest kind of arguments with her because I wanted her to be a big commercial heroine who did all the songs and dancing and who looked beautiful. I wanted her to do those kind of films. She had some other plans. She wanted to be an actor first, which I could understand. So we had a lot of arguments.
Yeah.
And I think she was right.
Oh.
Times have changed, and it's very important, I think, today to show your craft, and people know craft because people are watching films so minutely. Everyone's a critic, and I guess she was right because I saw her Call Me Bay, and I saw the love she got and the way she performed it. I think I was wrong, and that's just because I was from old school.
Yeah.
I was thinking old school, but still that commercial cinema never dies. She says, Dad, I'll get a chance to do all that. Let me do this first.
I think how she'll reach there is this, because in today's...
You're right. I mean, I used to always, so the other pieces of advice I used to always give her was never underestimate anyone and never overestimate anyone.
Yeah.
If someone has worked for someone else, that doesn't mean he'll work for you or she'll work for you.
Yeah.
Everyone follows their own path, their own journey of success.
Yeah.
Which, by advising her that, I was telling her, no, follow what other people are doing. But I'm sure she'll find a way. And of course, she's done some big commercial films also.
Correct.
And now she's done all this performance-based stuff, and then, of course, headlined a show. So she's created her own world, her own audience. And as I said, our profession, any Friday can change you.
Exactly.
And so I hope for the best for her.
We all do, actually. And since you said any Friday it can change, I think there's this thing called fluctuating success that this industry really, really has in abundance. Monday or something else, and on a Sunday or something else. How did you deal with that in your life?
So there was this producer who spoke to God. And,
Sorry, who spoke to God?
God, he kind of I was having a little conversation with God and he said, God, will my film work? God told him, I can tell you on Friday after the first show, the film is going to work. So in our professional, even it's like really God knows what's going to work because so many people are working on one film, as I said, 400-500 people, and we don't even know if we're making a rubbish film because in the end, the audience is my baap.
Yes.
They have to love it. It's how the nation is thinking, what people are thinking. There are films which were super hits, if released now will flop.
100%.
And there are films that were flops, if released now can work. So it's the time, there's so much of things that go into success.
Right place, right time.
Yeah, it's like
sort
a
of a thing.
horoscope literally happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fridays, I remember there was this guy, a producer who would come to sign me. And it was a Friday.
Okay.
My film had released, my first film. And I remember he bought a checkbook and he had bought, to sign me. But he was not giving me the check and he's at my shooting.
Okay.
And his assistant would keep going out and making phone calls because there was no mobile phone.
Yeah.
And he was finding out what
How
the
did
report of the film. And he gave me the check and I realized, oh God, my film is working.
Did well.
Yeah, so yeah, Friday makes a lot of difference out here. And I've seen people going from zero to hero and I've seen hero to zero. So yeah, that's the fun part. I mean, you live in that little unknown sphere. Otherwise, it'll be so boring.
I think roller coaster and the winds
Yes.
is this industry's driving factor. Yeah.
All entertainment industries.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. You have been on camera since 40 years now.
38. Don't make me that old. 80, is my calculations right? 87 is when I started and we are in 2024.
Yeah.
So 37.
37 years.
Not bad.
Chunky on camera, 37 years. I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but aging gracefully. Don't kill me.
Thank you.
But how do you talk to yourself? How do you keep it going week after week, year after year, doing so well?
Thank you. I mean, I've just been lucky, but most of all, I'm the first person to get bored of myself.
Yeah?
I hate myself. I like to get up every morning and think I'm broke. And let's make a lot of money today. That's my mantra in life.
Yeah.
But I want to be a new person every day. I really want to be a new person. That's why I keep getting so many clothes because I just want to be dressed differently. And it's that thing to strive for differences is what keeps you really going. I try to work on my looks in a film. I just try to change it because if I'm getting bored of myself, the audience is going to get bored even faster because I'm supposed to love myself.
Yeah.
But it's the other way around. So I guess that's how I've tried to keep myself a little relevant. And of course, I'm born on 26 September and that happens to be Mr. Devanand's birthday too.
Wow.
The evergreen man and I love him. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think it's somewhere with the birthday and the genes.
Somewhere written in the stars, quite literally.
They're written in the stars. Don't you get bored of yourself?
I mean, not as of now. Maybe I like to think not yet. Maybe I have to live a little more life for that. I need to be put down a little. I need to have my lows,
Lows are fun, believe me, because lows you can get away with murder. No one's watching you. You're like Caster said, and you can do anything. It's only when you're working is when people are looking. And today I feel so sad for the young generation because there's this mobile phone with the camera. So you're constantly on reality TV.
Yes.
And you sneeze and they say you have COVID. It's, sometimes I feel, what we did in 80s was scary, if I tell you. I could get arrested if I confessed on a few things. But that was life then. And we enjoyed it. I guess that's something I think this young generation is going to miss. But I'm sure they have more fun and they see more success than we did and they see it faster.
Yeah, I think we have constant invasion of privacy, not just from the paps. I think it's just the social media world. It's everywhere around you, Your phones are constantly listening to you. We're talking about washing machines. Now I just said washing machine. In the night, you're gonna get a notification to buy a washing machine. I'm not even joking. So
Dhobi ko phone karta.
You're gonna get that message.
Can't you say something better than a washing machine?
What do you want? What do you want me to manifest for you?
Private jet.
Same boat, Chunky. Same jet, Chunky.
I hope they don't send the jet spray from the toilet. Hello, are you listening? My phone.
Okay. Marriage is a difficult roller coaster of a journey. But you and Bhavna look so cute.
She is the only girl I ever wanted to get married to. Not that any other girl wanted to get married to me, but I don't know, somehow she was just the one. And even if I had to relive my life again, it would be just her only. So I don't know what it is. It's like, they say marriages are made in heaven. So are thunder and lightning.
Exactly.
So every marriage goes through that thunder and lightning. Of course, the first year was very tough, but because she moved from Delhi to Bombay and 35 years of being a bachelor, now suddenly I have to share a bedroom with this young girl. And then came Ananya, and I think by the first year and a half, we were quite tuned to each other.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then we had a nice set of friends, and it's always been fun. We've never hidden anything from each other, and we laugh and joke a lot. And we are she's my biggest critic, which I love, because sometimes you can get self-obsessed. That's normal.
Yeah.
I am not a critic of hers because it's a bad thing to do with your wife. Never criticize her.
Yeah, husbands are not allowed that.
No, it's a one-way traffic.
Yeah.
But she's very wise. Even though she's so much younger than me, she's a very wise person. I've learned so much from her.
Yeah.
And I think the kids have kind of picked up a lot from Bhavana. Genetically also, and just seeing her behavior and the way she is. So yeah, I'm lucky I have her in my life. I don't know what I'd be doing today if she wasn't around.
Yeah.
Maybe not for sure giving this interview. And as you said, of course, they know me as Ananya's father. I'm also now this Bhavana Panday's husband.
Yeah. The fabulous Bhavana Panday's husband. How do you like the show? Tell me, like, unhinged opinion.
Love it.
I know, right?
There's so many men who are addicted to that show. It's unbelievable. In fact, I was at Saks Fifth Avenue, New York. And I was trying on this pair of glasses, and suddenly this lady says, "Is your wife joining you?" And I said, "Why?" She was very normal. I said, "My wife."
What?
So I said, "Yeah, do you know my wife?" She said, "Of course. Bollywood wives, right?"
Oh my God.
I said, "Wow." She says, "Yeah." And then she calls another girl and she says, "He's one of the husbands of Bollywood wives." She didn't know my name at all. One of the husbands. And I kind of freaked out, and they said, "No, we want to know about Bollywood, so we watch it. It's beautiful."
It actually is.
Yeah, so it's being watched everywhere in different languages.
I'm sure it's like Sex and the City for the entire world. It's genuinely vicariously living through such quite literal fabulous lives. But I'm sure it has its on and offs as well, as in on and off buttons, how much you want to showcase to the world, because I mean, a life is private, right? So I'm sure that comes in the way sometimes as well. Or is it completely unscripted? I got to know about this.
So of course you're told what to, I mean, you know what the subject is, and the cameras are not, even though my house has like some 32 cameras which I have installed, but they're not on Bollywood wives. Bollywood wives, like, you get cameras and
Of
kind of
course.
shoot it. But let me tell you one thing. However scripted, you may get whatever. When the camera's on for 3-4 hours, you can't act for so long.
Yeah.
In 15 minutes, the acting goes.
Yeah.
Like when we're talking, somewhere my personality is coming out.
Yeah.
I may pretend, I may calculate and say what I want to because I'm giving a kind of an interview and I want to sound cool. But somewhere that Chunky Panday will come out.
Yeah.
So likewise, whatever you're seeing here, you're genuinely seeing their personalities. So not so much of ours because we are hardly behind guest appearance.
Yeah.
We're not being paid. I'm joking. But
He gets away with anything while saying that.
I got the license to kill. Like Bond. I'm like
I was
Bond.
just going to say, how to get away with murder?
I said, joking.
Yeah.
I passed that. Yeah, so, but I would say the girls are very genuine, are very close to, in real life, what you see there. So I think that's what makes it beautiful. You can't hide for too long. So, and these guys have 4-5 cameras and they're at it. So I think somewhere it comes out, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're all friends. So what happens with friends when you're hanging around with friends and talking, your guard is down.
Yeah.
With you, I'll still be a little careful. I've just met you. But if you were like a buddy and
Gali wali.
So that's what's making the show work. Yeah, because I feel it's somewhere the real personalities are coming out.
Right. Social currency is more than financial, monetary currency in today's day and age.
100%. Yeah. Get all your points with that. How many followers do you have? I just increased my followers.
Oh, congratulations. I think Bhavana wished you like that, no?
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Here's to many more followers on Instagram.
I went mad. I said, how can Bhavana also overtook me? Ananya has overtaken me from the day she joined, and then I said, what is happening? I'm losing it. And then I started posting and doing all that stuff. And now I'm like rocking. I'm overtaken Bhavana.
Are you tech savvy?
As much as I should. Not very, but okay. Not like what Ananya.
If you had to make a vlog to save your life, would you be able to do that?
What is a vlog? What is a vlog?
Okay. Welcome to...
I don't even know what it is.
It's okay. Welcome to Gen Z Masterclass. A vlog is a video log. You create a video log. Log is
When
like
I'm
how
talking
you
to the camera
journal.
and all.
Yeah. No?
I won't want to document anything in my life.
Oh.
It's too dangerous. I'm up to a lot of tricks every day. I don't want to record it. But it'll be fun though. I mean, I wish I had it done. People used to write diaries and all. No.
Journals.
Yeah, I want every day to be a different day. And if I had to relive my life, I'd still want to live the same life.
Okay.
With the same people. I've enjoyed my journey, believe me. No regrets.
Okay.
All my ups and downs. I've enjoyed my downs and my ups.
I think, I think it comes out in your demeanor as well with the way you're so zen about things. I think it really reflects on you having this journey and having spoken to yourself about it. I think you have quite a many times.
Quite a many.
To yourself, sat with yourself, spoken. Because I think that is exactly what the generations before us were missing. Having that conversation with themselves mentally, because mental health is something that everybody steered out of. I'm sure you in the 80s did not give a shit about your mental health.
No. You pagal hai. That was how it was put. But no, of course. And it's so important that you need to keep talking to yourself. I talk to myself a lot. I give myself
Exactly.
awards. I do a lot of things. I have a lot of
In the
things.
bathroom?
Yeah.
Do you give award speeches?
Yeah, I put myself in a lot of imaginary situations. That's my improvisation. Plus, I swim 1 hour a day. So whenever I'm in
Really?
the pool, it's like a little meditation. Of course, I do freestyle up and down, but I don't have a phone. There's no sound. There's just this one line I keep looking at, up and down. It's just me and my thoughts, and I get lost in it. So that's my meditation, the swimming pool.
Absolutely. How does Bhavana keep you grounded all these years? How has she...
She shows me the mirror. I mean, yeah, she sometimes she tells me, don't be so zen. Wake up, slaps me. Then she says, why are you letting people make fun of you? And I say, if they're not making fun of me, I'm just giving them the permission to talk about me. And even in reward functions, I used to feel bad. Why are they not mentioning my name? As I said, you always have to be relevant. You have to be in the news.
Yeah.
And if you're confident, then people can say anything. I first like to crack a few jokes on myself, then I go after other people. I think you should learn to laugh at yourself.
100%.
You should enjoy yourself. You have to be your own comedian.
Absolutely. I think when life is all about comedy, even in its lows, that's when you can get through anything. That's when you can be happy at the end of it. Do you think that?
Yeah, of course, you should have the last laugh.
I want a masterclass from you on peculiar comedy. I'm a noob. You have to teach me.
Comedy?
In 60 seconds. Whatever you think I should learn in 60 seconds about peculiar comedy.
Peculiar is to make you do stupid faces, talking. I'm that always. Then it is how you speak.
Projection of your voice.
Projection, no, and how comic you can make it. It is. So it's voice, facial expressions, and then as much as you can have it like physical, that is even more fun. I don't want to slap you anymore. But you can slap yourself. But But yeah, I mean, in those days, it's to hit each other. That was comedy, yeah.
Yeah, there is a whole, in Houseful, there's a whole sequence where everyone's just slapping everyone.
Yeah, so that is comedy. For me, that is physical comedy. So this is your master class. I've done it in 30 seconds, I think.
Wow, nailed
But
it.
of course, you should remember jokes. You should have those 5 jokes you should remember.
The flip side
Or comedy.
of you, if not comedy, go wild with your imagination. What kind of a role would you play in today's day and age? It can be an art house film, it can be a blockbuster, it can be an OTT.
I really want to play a character like the Transformers. You know, like something that's half robot and half human. Because I would really, and I think I'd freak out in that. I mean, I've done a lot of villains.
Did you do that in... No, Tirchi Topi Wale was something else, right?
So I did a film called Saho. Prabhas's film right after Bahubali, where I played this villain. But if you really want to get frightened and you've never come to interview me after this, see a film of mine called Begum Jaan.
Begum Jaan.
Yeah, with Vidya Balan. Where I played this character, a mercenary called Kabir.
Okay.
A photograph later. I mean, that was so terrorizing, that character, that Bhavana refused to sleep next to me for a week after seeing the film because she thought I'll get up at night and strangle her. But
Did you get into that character that deeply?
they made me shave my head and blacken my teeth, and they made me as ugly as. Not that I'm that good looking, but yeah. So I want to play something that's half human and half
Robot.
robot. Yeah, I mean that would be crazy. I don't know. I just want to play something like that.
Would you be a bad human robot, or would you cyborg actually?
I don't like cyber. I don't like good.
You don't like good?
Good, I've never liked.
Nice. Yeah,
I'm
I
way
mean,
past good.
good is basic, I think.
I'm in the bad times.
Okay.
Oh my God, that was right after our Bangladesh honeymoon. We were in Bangkok. That's on Sukhumvit Street.
Can you please tell me circa what? Because what year is this?
1998. This will be. So Bhavana, right after this trip, found out that she was expecting. So this would be March of 1998. Yeah, in Bangkok.
And what went behind this picture? Why did you take this picture, and who was taking it? And
There were no mobile
she's looking
phones.
gorgeous.
Yeah, there were no mobile phones, and we were just married, and we just catch people on the street and say, like, please take a photograph. Because that's the way it was, and you have to develop the reel and find out.
Wait for it.
Take 2, 3. What la? You want me to take photo? Okay, 1, 2, 3. It was happening all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was Bangkok.
Wow, I love that.
But nowadays you can't say all these things, so it's normal the way I'm talking. I mean, you can't say words.
Yeah, it's borderline racist.
Chinese, Nepali, and all
You can't say.
I won't say.
But you play the characters,
I
Chunks.
played a Nepali character. In fact, when I was small, there was this guy in Lonavala. I was buying chikki, and I was very young. And my mother had gone in to buy chikki, and I was waiting for her to get the chikki treated. And this guy comes and he says, "I'm an astrologer." He's one of those babas on the road. Grahat dikhao. So he saw my hand, and he said, "तुम बहुत घूमेगा लाइफ में." अच्छा, कहाँ जाऊँगा? तुम बांग्लादेश जाएगा, नेपाल जाएगा, श्रीलंका जाएगा, पाकिस्तान जाएगा. He didn't know any other country besides.
He was just...
But he said, he told me that I'll be something in films. This guy on the road, and he mentioned all these countries. So I was quite
crazy.
our own country. Yeah, I was like very young at that time.
I think he manifested that for you.
Yeah, he was a scary looking guy. He was one of those, those guys who hit themselves with a whip, and he had all the chalk on him. And I don't know how he caught me of all the people there.
Cute one.
Oh my
Absolutely cute one.
This is at the Leela, Goa. And this is Ananya, who's got a lot of hair. But she's only 1 year old. She's not even 1 year. I think she's just about 1.5. But no, she's not even 1 in this. I don't think she could walk, but I'd taken her in the pool and I was trying to teach her swimming. Yes, this is Leela, Goa. Yeah, 1999.
Wow.
The summer of 1999, yeah.
What was a day in life of Chunky Panday in the summer of 1998 or 9 or 2000?
Summer of 98, Bhavana and I went to America and in June, and she had Ananya in her tummy, and we did all her baby shopping, and we did we bought a lot of things, and we traveled a lot.
I think
Ananya has actually been around the world in mom's tummy. That's what we did. Yeah. We traveled a lot, Bhavana and I, and with our kids. The only thing, I mean, I've not bought them great jewelry or anything, but I've only made sure that at least 3-4 times a year we traveled either in India or abroad, because I feel that's the best education you can give your kids when they see the world. And in our times we didn't have it, and my parents were really busy. They were doctors, but with my kids I've made sure. And
Thank you so much for this wonderful chat.
How long did we chat for?
I don't want to put a time in it. 1 hour, Chunky.
Mama mia.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for this lovely mug, and I hope I was politically correct. Yeah. Was my hair looking okay?
More than anything, I hope you enjoyed this
I
conversation.
did. You're so much fun. You great energy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.